The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Let's face it, okay? The Vancouver Canucks are the most popular team in hockey. Think about what we just found out this morning. Quinn Hughes, Superman. We know that, and now America's going to know it, okay? Let's talk about it on this episode of Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People. We back doing this at the Don't Doze Art Live, and that's giving you another episode of Locked On Canucks. My name is Kyle Bowen, and this episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Yes, FanDuel is that place that's giving you customers what? A chance to win what? $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Visit FanDuel.com. More on them a little later, but we got to get right into it, okay? I know the Vancouver Canucks signed Drew O'Connor, the guy they traded JT Miller for, sort of, to a 2-year extension, and we'll get into that during the final 26 seconds of the show. But let's focus on Thursday. Let's focus on main character energy, and let's focus on Quinn Hughes saving hockey forever, okay? Because the coach of Team USA, what's his name? Donald Sullivan. What's his name? He announced a couple hours ago, dropped a bombshell. This is some WWE shit, okay? He just said that Quinn Hughes is coming to help the States out, okay? Against Canada. This is some Avengers stuff, okay? Replacing Charlie McAvoy, get well soon. Some sort of infection at the hospital again, get well soon. The McDavid stopper, that's what they're calling him, won't be in. But Quinn Hughes, the best D-man in the world. We'll find a way. Now, Team USA, again, they're not allowed to use him unless one more guy gets hurt, apparently. Like, there's some crazy rules. That all being said, again, I'm Team NHL here. I'm not Team Canada yet. I'm not feeling a way about the United States of America using the LTIR system to bring in Quinn Hughes, to replace Quinn Hughes. Like, I'm not mad. I want what's best for, again, the NHL. Prior to wanting what I want from Canada, because, again, there's such an opportunity here on Thursday. Why not have, again, one of the greatest athletes in North America suit up for what may be the most watched hockey game in NHL history? The dude's a Superman, a super athlete, okay? It is what it is. He can put the game on. There's not a lot of individuals who play sport that do it like Quinn Hughes. So go ahead, play, and represent Team NHL. Please do. Also, I'll admit it. Let's get to the comments because they're coming after me. I'm a hypocrite. Look at this. Matt saying Kyle and Locked On Canucks is ready for the hype, ignoring the rules and reality. Matt's always talking about reality. Read some Deepak Chopra, okay? Don't live in reality so much. Anyways, he was saying, wasn't it only a week ago, where Kyle was pissed at Hughes for even contemplating playing at this tournament. Kyle is showing zero integrity. Dude, how about this for integrity, okay? I'm a hypocrite, okay? Because I'm a human being. And I think Deepak Chopra taught me this too, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm confusing this with another book, okay? But he said you could celebrate being wrong too. And for the goodness of the game, of the NHL, I'm okay being wrong. And dude, again, I've said it so many times prior to Quinn Hughes saying, no, I'm not going. I'd rather, play for the Canucks in April. I said it prior to when he made that decision that, if this was the Olympics, he would go. And I would be okay with that because it's the Olympics. I didn't think the Four Nations Cup was, again, going to be the birth of hockey or the rebirth of hockey. I didn't know that. I was wrong, but here we are, again, looking at Thursday being pay-per-view television. Again, a day changer, a moment changer, a game changer for the game of hockey. Again, Quinn Hughes has FOMO that he's not there on Saturday night a couple nights ago when hockey was put on notice. Well, the world was put on notice to what hockey is, and the Kachuk brothers and boom, bam, Connor McDavid. There's FOMO from that moment. That's going to be replayed for the next 100 years. Quinn Hughes has that. And again, there's not this Olympic feel to this, but there's something just as special, something just as rare. And yeah, since that's the case, Quinn Hughes, do your thing. You've earned the right. You've earned the right. If you were Quinn Hughes and a Vancouver Canuck, you would do this too. It's all good. And guys, let's admit it. He's done enough for us. He already didn't go for the first batch of games, right? He missed the first 3 games. Again, prior to this tournament mattering. Now, speaking of which, again, let's dive more into, again, the importance of this game. And again, why Quinn Hughes could even play a bigger part than I originally thought. And yeah, everyone's going to be watching what's going to happen on Thursday. There's a good chance, a really good chance that some people may be disappointed because it's not going to be as barbaric, not as UFC-like, not as WWE WrestleMania-like, not as World Heavyweight Champion-like, right? It may not be like that. Because people just got put onto hockey when there were 3 fights in 9 seconds. There's a lot of people, a lot of sports fans are going to watch this game expecting that, and it might not happen ASAP, And I do want it to happen because I'm sorry, I'm an old school Canadian. It is what it is. But even, if I don't get that, at least I get to see Quinn Hughes and McKinnon and McDavid, the hockey part of it. Again, an emphasis on Quinn Hughes. If we don't see a lot of physicality early on, but we see a lot of Quinn Hughes, the trade-off is pretty damn good. Okay? Real talk. Again, we're talking about new sports fans, new people watching the game, casual hockey fans, and just, the diehard hockey fans too. Dude, all of us would appreciate the difference maker ability of Quinn Hughes, right? Like, he plays the game at a different pace, a different speed, a different angle, right? Again, you get the same things from Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid. It adds one of those main characters to the mix, okay? Again, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, for all the right reasons. They're the alphas. They're the main characters. They're the faces of the hockey right now. But, we could be left Thursday. We could be leaving Thursday and, having all this new attention to the NHL, having people, again, talk about the athleticism, talk about why the sport is, it's must see. And it's because of the individual talent too, the game in itself, right? And fighting is a part of the game. But again, the stuff that these guys can do at full speed on ice skates while having to, watch out for missiles and body checks. It's football-esque, okay, for real. The closest thing to the NFL is the NHL. Quinn Hughes can be somewhat of a bridge after he suits up for, again, Team USA, and this being the most watched game in NHL history. So many more storylines regarding this game too. Did I just hear Bill Guerin inviting Donald Trump to the game, right? And am I paraphrasing a bit, but did Guerin give some credit to Donald Trump when it comes to the level of intensity that we've seen in these games and we saw on Saturday night? Like, is Donald Trump getting more credit for NHL lore than Elias Pettersson? I mean, like Nathan McKinnon, Bill Guerin, man. The United States of America. Again, I'm Team NHL. And, maybe before Thursday comes, I'll become more Canadian. Trevor's giving me a couple tips, okay? Use maple syrup as lubrication, okay? Oh, boom, bam. No wonder the guy's the second best dad in the world, okay? I get it now. I'm probably not going to do that. But, I'm going to get more Canadian eventually. Just give me a moment. But Team USA, man. Bill Guerin from the top rope. Like, just relax. Relax, okay? Maybe say less. Maybe do more things in private prior to what is this? This made-up tournament is like the second biggest game in American hockey history. Like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? Because you're facing Crosby, you're facing McKinnon, McDavid, Makar. Like, dude, you guys are up against it, right? I just listed 4 of the best players in the last 20 years. say less. Thursday's going to be a lot, and it could be embarrassing for you guys, right? Inviting the president out and just getting your ass kicked while you have Connor Hellebuyck, who's been he's been Hellebuyck. He has for the majority of this tournament, but he could still be Hellebuyck in big games. Okay, so you never know what's going to happen. Be careful what you wish for, especially again when you're playing the best players since Gretzky and Sidney Crosby and etc. Anyways, let's get to the other side. Let's talk more about Drew O'Connor. One left to Trevor Baggs. Couldn't join us today because, again, come on. Real bacon, all authentic bacon. You know what that is? He's got to bring that to the table. But he'll be back tomorrow. Hey, you never know. Maybe he'll be back later. Maybe he'll be wanting to do some complaining about Elias Pettersson, okay? Guy's a little emotional right now. I'm sorry. I had to ignore his calls last night, okay? Call me way too many times because you want to vent about Elias Pettersson. Trevor, you got a family, okay? It's not that deep. All in all, though, we'll talk more Canucks on the other side. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab. And again, you're listening to Locked On Canucks. Today's episode is brought to you by Select Quote, okay? In sports, having a winning strategy is everything, man. Practice makes perfect, and strategy, does what? It builds the roadmap towards a championship, okay? The same goes for life, okay? Having a strategy like life insurance from Select Quote protects your financial legacy and keeps your family's future secure, okay? You could sign for 11.6 a year, right? Over 8, or you could get Select Quote, okay? Select Quote makes it easy to find the perfect life insurance policy. As one of America's leading insurance brokers with nearly 40 years of experience, they've helped over 2 million customers find $700 million in coverage since 1985, okay? What sets Select Quote apart is their personal touch. Unlike other brokers that offer a one-size-fits-all policy, their licensed agents tailor coverages to fit your unique needs, okay? We're all different. Our families are different, okay? Our legacies are different. All right. If you're in good health, you might even qualify for the same day coverage up to $5 million. No medical exam required. And it's more affordable than you think. You can get up to $1 million in coverage for as little as $20 a month. Okay. Get the right insurance for you and your family for less at selectquote.com/LockedOnNHL. That's selectquote.com/LockedOnNHL to get started. That's selectquote.com/LockedOnNHL. Select Quote. They shop and you save. All right. Let's get back to the show. People, we back doing this, talking about your favorite team, the Vancouver Canucks, and your second favorite team, Team Canada, or is it Team USA? Okay, let's get to the comments, because Gigatronic, man. Look at Gigatronic, man. If Quinn plays on Thursday, I'm buying that Team USA 43 jersey. That means Gigatronic he's doing what, man? He's helping out the American economy, okay? And helping out Team USA as well, man. The trickle-down effect from your dollar, man, it goes a long way. Deepak Chopra taught me that too, okay? All in all, though, I just went on a ramble about it, okay? Quinn Hughes, so entertaining. We've been bragging about this guy. Top 3, top 4 player in the league right now. Main character energy. Won the Norris last year. Looks so damn good this year, man. If you played every single game this season, this guy's getting 100 points easy, and that's what the Philip Deneau instead of an Elias Pettersson as his, his Robin. A lot of irony in that. Anywho, Quinn Hughes is just that guy. And Thursday, everyone's going to be watching. Again, I'm guaranteeing the oblique is good, okay? For real. I'm just saying that in good faith. And again, he's going to put on a show. Like, what if he's just as good as Connor McDavid that night? You know what I'm saying? Come on. And you want Quinn Hughes to be a part of this, right? Big moments. Like, I'm sorry, but we're walking a fine line here. Playoffs, who knows? We're fighting against the almighty Calgary Flames. There's not a lot of separation there, right? So if the Canucks don't make the playoffs this year, that's another year where Quinn Hughes isn't playing meaningful games, and that's not good for that guy's experience, okay? We got 2 more years of Quinn Hughes before he needs a new deal. I want to make the playoffs next year and the year after. I want this guy to be equipped with more experience prior to going into those new experiences for us, right? The future is easier if this guy's played in more intense games, more games that are, at the pace of those playoff-like environments. A cerebral guy like that, a guy that gets back to the drawing board every summer, like he needs that information to get better, So again, him playing on Thursday, and it's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kachuk brothers are beating up Andrew. What's his name? Adam Fox. I was about to call him Andrew Fox. Adam Fox. Yo, the Kachuk brothers. I'm telling you, they WWE superstars. Okay, let's be real. Again, the Americans. They need one more injury to implement Quinn Hughes into their lineup. They may force the issue, man. Adam Fox, lock your doors. The Kachuk brothers, bro. Again, evolution, right? They'll do whatever it takes. Dude, Jake Sanderson, I know you play with Brady Kachuk too, but just lock your doors, okay? All I'm saying is Quinn Hughes, one of the best D-men in hockey, is flying to Boston to what? To what? Watch from the sidelines? Come on, it's the Americans. Okay, these guys always up to something, okay? They're going to figure out a way to get Quinn Hughes into the lineup, in which, again, is probably the second biggest game in U.S. hockey history, okay? Dude, they're going to make a documentary after this one, okay? This is a big deal for them. Lock your doors, Jake Sanderson. Matthew Kachuk and Brady Kachuk, man, they just funny guys, man. They just entertaining. And they're just American. Hey, another American is a guy named Drew O'Connor, man. I don't think I don't know. Part of me is like, you know what? He wasn't on the radar for Bill Guerin in the United States of America. Hey, maybe if his name was Donald O'Connor, right? Who knows? All in all, though, this guy just signed a 2-year deal worth $5 million. That's $2.5 million per. I think the best way to start talking about this contract is notifying the people that this is less money than Danton Heinen was making, right? I think you can compare both these players, their roles on the team, and then talk about the dollar amount, and then we can get into like who's the better player. And man, Drew O'Connor, he's been really good, really effective, right? And last year he was good, put up some bingos. This year I've seen a little bit of him as a Vancouver Canuck. I was calling this guy Dylan O'Connor or Connor O'Connor before. I thought this guy was a throw-in. Didn't know much, but he's different. He's better than Danton Heinen. Hands down. Maybe he was playing with some of that UFA energy. I don't know. Which I may have to pause this spiel for, because I just want to bring this up too. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on waiting to sign Dylan O'Connor? Just so this guy played with that UFA energy a bit longer, right? You need a contract. It's a different swagger. It's a different aura. There's more desperation. Don't you want to squeeze? Don't the Canucks, who are again fighting for a playoff spot, want these guys? Just playing for everything, sacrificing a bit more. All in all, though, we signed him early. Maybe we saved like $500,000 a year, or $250,000 a year. All in all, though, I'm impressed with the player. The contract makes sense, and I'm not here to tell you where I see him down the road in the lineup. Like right now, he's playing in the top 6. Him, Hedel, and Boeser, but that's not the answer. But based on his size and based on what I still believe to be the case, and that's again Dakota Joshua being a factor down the road when he finds himself and he finds some consistency and he's in the lineup for a longer period of time. Like when he's back to being Dakota Joshua and then Drew O'Connor just continues to be Drew O'Connor, like that bottom 6 is looking big. And it's looking effective. And then you throw Kiefer Sherwood in the mix, right? Dude, that's a pain in the ass to play against. Suter, Bluger, Hoaglander. Now, I know a lot of teams and a lot of fan bases like to brag about their bottom six, but let's be honest. Like that's hard to play against in the playoffs. It really is. And people also want to touch on the whole fact that here's another contract that Alvin signed prior to signing Brock Boeser, prior to prioritizing his asset management for next year in regards to budgeting and whatnot. And there you had the most expensive piece still not being implemented into that spreadsheet. Okay, and people are connecting the dots and boom, bam, and they're like, you know what? He's already out of the picture. Okay, Brock Boeser is already out of the picture. Now, these two, Alvin and Rutherford, are very surprising, and Brock Boeser, he could still be very surprising too. Like you can make this easier for yourself if the Canucks have maybe like 9 games prior to the trade deadline, maybe 7, when this all gets restarted again. Like Brock Boeser in those 7 games scored 12 goals, scored 13 goals. Again, this team, this organization, Francesco Aquilini, they want playoff games, right? Look at the seats coming in. 12,000, 13,000, 16,000 more seats in that building. With the economy the way it is, I'm pretty sure each seat is like $86,000. That's why they have to increase the season tickets again, okay? All in all, though, Brock Boeser helped this team make the playoffs, right? Maybe create a bigger gap ASAP. Again, when this whole league restarts between you and Calgary, help this team, help Quinn Hughes out, help their goaltending situation out, do the most to prove a point. And I know it. Like, if Brock Boeser has 10 goals in his next however many games prior to the deadline, the Canucks will sign him prior to having to make the decision. And the decision is this, right? If there's no contract in place prior to 12 o'clock on the trade deadline, they got to move this guy, because you can't be looking at this guy as their own rental type of player or rental type of acquisition while chasing a playoff spot. Like that, great organizations cannot move like that, considering, the past, right? And the majority of the past. And last year was nice. We made the playoffs, but years prior to that, this core hasn't. Like you can't go in for rental players when for the majority of the season that you're currently in also consisted of so much mediocrity. Like it just doesn't make sense. It's bad asset management. You got to move on. Big decisions. Just saying that out loud, yo. Big decisions, bro, involving this team, and we haven't even gotten to Elias Pettersson today, okay? Man, oh man. Before we get to the break, let's read some comments here on Locked On Canucks. Look at this comment from Aileen saying Boeser is as good as gone. Damn. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Next comment. Elston Gunn saying JT Miller's ass, to be honest. Okay, that's the Canadian in Elston. Again, remember, Trevor Bagg saying replace the lubrication with maple syrup. Elston, like maybe you already more Canadian than me. I got to do something else. Is Captain Underpants was that a Canadian thing only? Remember being in elementary school? Like I feel like that was the only book I read before I started reading books. Is Captain Underpants like a Canadian thing? Is it? What else is Canadian? What else is Canadian? Should I listen to the new Party Next Door Drake album on repeat? Should I delete all of Kendrick Lamar's music from my library? Like, how do I get more Canadian before Thursday's game? Because again, right now I am team NHL. Anywho, on the other side, I guess I'm team Pettersson. Should I do more defending? Or should I be more honest? I don't know. But Trevor Beggs, man, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure this got some choice words for that guy, and we'll talk about them on the other side. Again, you're listening to Locked On Canucks. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Man, what are the odds for tomorrow's game? I'm pretty sure Canada is still a favorite. It's got to be, okay? Look at the past. And what are the odds that the NHL is cooler than the NBA? In a 2-year span. Who knows? All in all, though, the NBA has a lot of work to do. And if you want to get in on that work, use FanDuel, okay? America's #1 sports book. Okay, with FanDuel, you can place live bets throughout the game Even if you missed the opening tip-off, or just want to bet on the fourth quarter comeback, you can stay in the action all while using their live betting features. Again, you're just always in it. And if you want to get paid even more, take a chance, okay? Set up one of those same game parlays and do so responsibly, please. Anyways, right now, new customers get what? $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Just visit FanDuel.com today to join. That's FanDuel.com to join. And again, that's $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. People, we back doing this, and that's talking about Elias Pettersson at the Don't Those Art Lab. Okay, let's get right into it. Almost 24 hours after his tournament ended, 0 points in 3 games, played only 9 minutes in Sweden's last game, a game in that they already, only dressed 11 forwards. People are also talking about that shift that he had in the power play, I believe, in the third period, and it was just so bad. So bad. No execution, no confidence still. Not a lot of fun being had for Pettersson at the Four Nations. Who knows? Like, we don't know. Maybe he did have fun. Who knows? But at the end of the day, he was benched and he was boring. And he wasted a lot of our time. We're watching these Team Sweden games. Like, dude, come on, life is so limited, right? Read a book or spend some time with your family, spend some more time with your girl, hang out with some friends you haven't seen in a while. But here we are watching Team Sweden play Team US. Again, just bored. Which is making me think. And it's also making Gigatronic think as well, okay? Forget about JT. I guess the comments today on the live chat are still talking about JT versus Elias Pettersson. But Gigatronic saying, forget about JT. Forget about Elias Pettersson. This is Quinn's team. Trade EP40, bro. Trevor and I talked in the morning. I'm paraphrasing just a bit. But I feel as if there was a lot of conversation surrounding the hope. Yes, the hope. Because, again, Pettersson needs a lot of help right now. Like, he needs a lot of confidence. The last thing he needs is, again, any teammates on this team disregarding him, not believing in him, being resentful towards him. Like, they need to support the guy, okay? If we want what's best for Elias Pettersson, his brother's got to be his brothers right now, okay? Again, it's been an emotional season, a lot of ups and downs. He hasn't helped the team win games. People can get emotional about that. JT Miller just got traded. Again, the aura around Elias Pettersson league-wide, maybe even in Vancouver, in the room too, like within that organization, like, dude, the energy is just not there. Like, is this guy the best teammate in the world? You know what I'm saying? Considering, a lot of the things, it seems as if we're in his control, considering the standard, considering that he felt what playoff hockey felt like last year. Like, if it was quite obvious that there was a responsibility here to make sure that this season really mattered, that this season's main focus was about winning, and last offseason was still shift on. You're still clocked in. Look, if Draisaitl and McDavid are clocked in, whether because they're playing playoff games in May or because their offseason is just different, the fact of the matter is they're clocked in. If they're clocking in May, just like Quinn Hughes is clocking in May, everyone's got to clock in. And again, it just felt as if somebody was unprepared. And it led to a lot, because winning, what's that saying? Winning fixes everything. And what's the other saying? Losing ruins everything, okay? You can make the argument. He's helped this team lose more games and win this season. That's not even an argument. That's a statement. And again, I hope that there's not a lot of resentful energy towards him in that room. Like, it's still a young core to winning. There's so many new faces too. What is the leadership department outside of Quinn Hughes? On that note, let's just hope, again, Quinn Hughes is Elias Pettersson's best pal here. Starts from the top, right? So back on the Quinn Hughes thing, like, if he becomes the main character on Thursday and there's even more It should already be the case with Quinn Hughes, considering he's won the Norris and he's just so damn good every day. And, we've heard Pettersson talk about Quinn Hughes' work ethic too. Like, he knows it too. But again, if Quinn Hughes does what he has to do for the NHL and the USA and now Vancouver on Thursday, like, just puts himself on, maybe Quinn Hughes, maybe Elias Pettersson will listen when Quinn Hughes asks him to, come work out with me. Come train with me this offseason, okay? Let's stay close. Let's get this ish going, okay? I used to make a lot of fun of the Oilers, right, last year, just talking a lot of shit about McDavid and Draisaitl, rallying up the troops way before training camp to just, like, get stuff going, okay? Like, they're on the same page at the top when it comes to their work ethic in the offseason. Like, we need Quinn Hughes and Pettersson to be on that level too. And I'm emphasizing that because you're not trading Elias Pettersson. I'm sorry. You're not. You're not. Too big of a risk. The value's so low. It can't get any lower. Like, the way I look at it, the value is not going to get lower than it is right now than it is going to be in October and November if, again, Elias Pettersson just looks the same, But let's hope that this guy takes everything, just way more serious in the offseason. Let's hope he's a little bit more healthier too. But all in all, just, like, build that same mindset that Quinn Hughes has. And I know we're all different and whatnot, and it doesn't really work like that. But if you really care about winning, dude, listen to Quinn Hughes. Anyways, let's get to the comments, okay? That dude saying Pettersson is a passenger. Okay, Pettersson's not a leader right now. He needs to be a leader. He needs to, and to get there, he needs to follow the lead. I think he can get there. Again, confidence is everything too. They say winning fixes everything. Confidence fixes everything too. And just being around some of that bravado that Quinn Hughes has, and again, he's able to execute on that bravado. And all in all, he has the work ethic to back it up or just build up that bravado. Like, dude, Pettersson, just follow that. There's levels to this, okay? But I think Pettersson will get it back. Andrew saying that Pettersson's in a funk, okay? Hopefully he gets it back. Dude, that's all we got to hope for. Again, you're not trading this guy. Can't happen, won't happen. I've been wrong many times, okay? I was wrong about this tournament, but I don't think I'm wrong here. You are not trading Elias Pettersson. You're getting nothing for him. Look at this team's prospect pool down the middle too. It's Atu Ratu to nothing. Right? It's Max Hassan. I'm sorry, Max Hassan, but you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Elias Pettersson looking like the Canadian dollar right now. Dude, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Just stay home. Man, oh man. Andrew saying a year ago he was on pace for 103 points. Like, right, a year ago. Elston saying I disagree. It's worth trading him just so the fan base can heal. Dude, winning fixes everything. Okay, like I don't know. I don't think the fan base is going to heal if, like, dude, there's a risk. Okay, we trade him and he comes back because all he needed was P90X. Like, dude, that will destroy a franchise, bro. The return that we get for Pettersson is not going to heal no wounds. Okay, trust me. Again, this guy was the guy like a couple years ago. It's like, who's the captain, Quinn Hughes or Elias Pettersson? Who's the hardest working player on the team? It's Elias Pettersson. Dude, that's my eye test telling me that. He's that guy still. For the majority of his career, he's been that guy. Like, he just got to get out of this slump, and it's frustrating and it's boring and it's annoying and it leads to anger and it leads to, like, me going to hell and whatnot. But dude, again, the value on the world stage, this guy got played 9 minutes on a team that was already missing a forward spot, not just a forward that was injured. They played with 11 forwards. This guy had 9 minutes. Man, oh man. Next comment. This one goes to Andrew too. The locker room chemistry matters, and it feels rejuvenated since the trade. Yeah, okay. Again, a lot of new faces and whatnot, and winning fixes everything, and the room feels better, and all that jazz. But it's not that I'm trying to spew negativity. I really am not. Okay, I'm just saying I really hope that Quinn Hughes, out of everyone, and I believe he does, because Quinn Hughes is a smart guy. He's cerebral. He seems like a good guy too. He's read the right books. He understands more than anything that confidence is everything, and that's why that dude works his ass off so he can lean on his last day, not his play, but like maybe what he did at practice 30 minutes ago. Like he's not so much in his head, right? He doesn't have this guy. Don't even have a smartphone. It seems like again, like he's wired the right way. I just hope that Quinn Hughes has Pettersson's back more than anyone, and those two just become a unit, okay? Sedin level closeness, okay? Like real talk. Like Pettersson needs to listen to everything Quinn Hughes, not listen to himself right now, okay? How does that relate to the locker room? Again, like, it's a big thing now. Like, what does the locker room feel like towards Elias Pettersson? Because man, oh man, he's cost this team a lot this year, okay? That's just the truth too. And like there's still players in that room that went through that playoff run last year, and losing sucks in the playoffs. And knowing that your highest paid player just like put up one goal, like it hurts. It stings. The effort wasn't there, then the offseason wasn't there too. Like things start adding. Like, yo, Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson, they got to be best friends. Anyways, my name's Kyle Bound. That was another episode of Locked On Canucks. Yo, all you guys, hit the like button, okay? Let's see what happens. Again, the Don't Doze Art Lab, Locked On Canucks, the place that looks after its neighbors. Each like just helps us do that even more. What does that all mean? You got to find out in the future, okay? But I promise you again that we'll look after this West Coast and its bias and its neighbors. Again, go NHL Go. Subscribe to the channel. Leave us a review on the podcast side. One love to you and you and you and you for helping out with all the comments and all the prompts, right? When Trevor's not here, I need you guys, okay? For real. Makes this a lot easier, okay? You guys should get paid for this. Figure it out. Anywho, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night. If you're not watching this on the YouTube live side, and we don't know when you're watching or listening, but hey, we truly do appreciate it. Peace.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.